Hola, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to apply for a Japanese tourist visa for Filipinos. So if you guys are interested to know how, then keep on watching. But before I begin, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel down below. Click that red button down there and also the bell button if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. I do travel videos, skincare videos, and vlogs. So if you are interested about those kinds of topics, then subscribe down below. So yeah, going back to the topic, we are only going to talk about the tourist visa for Japan. For other kinds of visa types, I will not tackle about those because I do not have any idea on how those work. Then maybe there are other videos that would address your questions. So yeah, let us get started. So for all of us Filipinos, we do need a visa when visiting Japan. Over the past few years, Japan has been very open to tourism and a lot of people have been visiting this beautiful country, and I, for one, was very amazed when we were there. And I just loved every single day that we were in Japan. So if you guys have not watched our Japan vlogs, I will put the link here in the iCard and also in the description box down below. I have a whole playlist of that. Our Japan trip was just very amazing, and I will share with you guys the tips and steps on how to apply for a visa. So the first thing that you need to do, you have to know all the list of requirements needed for the Japan embassy so that they can process your application. So you will need to fill out their application form. The list of requirements and the sample application form is actually in a website. I will put that link down below so you can directly access it and print all the necessary things needed. Do know that all the documents needed should be printed in A4 size paper. So it is not short bond paper or long bond paper, but A4 size. The other list of requirements would be birth certificate, a marriage certificate if you are married. You also need your bank statement, your income tax return, I believe. Of course, your passport. You also have to submit 2 pieces or 1 piece of a 2x2 photo with a white background, and your ears have to be seen in the photo. And if you're traveling with people who do not have income tax return yet, they would need a letter of guarantee from one of the guarantors, which could be parents. You'd also need to submit your itinerary for your stay in Japan. They actually have a format that is also in the website, and yeah, you have to follow that. One of the mistakes that I did was I tried to do my own itinerary and then I printed it, but then it had to be in the same format as the one that they had on their website, so I had to do it again and then reprinted it. It was a good thing that I noticed before we submitted everything to the agency. So you do have to follow everything that the website will say. After you have known all these lists of requirements, you do have to find an agency. So all Japan visa applications have to go through an agency. In the website, there are 7 accredited agencies where you can personally give your application, or you can send it to them by a courier. I'm pretty sure there are agencies in your provinces that would accept Japan visa applications, and from my theory, I think that these small agencies would actually give it to the bigger agencies because they are the ones who are directly connected to the Japan embassy. The 7 accredited agencies are only located in Metro Manila, Cebu, and Davao. So for all of us who are not in those cities, you can opt to give your application to the smaller agencies, but I'm pretty sure they would charge a higher price. So I suggest that you could also just send your application directly to one of the accredited agencies and they will process it for you. The agency that we used was Friendship Travel and Tours, I believe. They are located in the Dusetani Hotel in Manila, and application fee is, I think, around 1,200 to 1,800. It would really depend on the agency and I'm not sure how much the other agencies are charging for the application. We personally gave our application documents to the agency because it was also good timing that we were in Manila, so we just made sure that we had everything that we need before we flew, so once we get there we can just readily give all the requirements needed. The second option, if you are not able to fly to Manila or Cebu or Davao, you can send them via courier. I think they go with LBC, or you can actually use other courier depending on what is convenient for you. Before you send, you actually have to contact them so they will know that you are sending your application over. So once they receive the application, they will check if everything is complete. If not, they will not send your application to the Japan embassy. So that is how good their service is. They will not accept your application when there is a document missing. So you really have to complete everything before giving it to them. Processing time for the visa will actually depend on how long it's gonna take, but the average is around 3 to 7 days. 3 to 7 working days, I believe. In our case, I'm not sure if it reached 3 days, but it was around 2 to 3 days, and we got a text message from the agency that they have received back our passports already. So it would depend on the application that you send, the documents that they have, and maybe if they see like you have traveled frequently, then your application will run smoothly. So yeah, as what I have mentioned earlier, if the agency receives your passport back, they will actually message you or text you or email probably that they have received it already, and you can decide if you will personally get the passport from their office or they can mail it to you. From the agency that we use, they would charge 250 per passport for it to be mailed back. It was quite expensive since we were 5 people, so we opted that my brother, who was in Manila, would receive the passports. If you are an immediate family, you do not need an authorization letter, but if you will let your friend or other relative get the passport for you, they will require an authorization letter with your printed name and signature, of course. From our experience and from what other people have told us, usually when you apply for a Japan tourist visa for the first time, they will just give you a single entry one, and it is valid within 3 months after you receive your passport. And if you want to apply again, they will actually not require you to give the birth certificate and marriage certificate anymore. So the more important document when you reapply is the bank statement and income tax return, I believe. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and also comment down below if you have other questions and if you also want to share your experience when applying a Japanese tourist visa, because I would love to hear about them. And I have also decided that if you are active on my channel, if you comment and like and stuff like that, I will give a shout out to one person every video. I just want to appreciate the people who take time to look at my channel and who really watches my videos. I will see who I can shout out to in my next video. Please stay tuned for that. And of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Stephanie out.